All right, guys. So we finally made it. We're in Tokyo. This is my very first time in Asia, so I'm super, super excited about this trip. It was a very long flight, probably the longest flight that I spent a week of my life. The longest ever was 17 hours and a half to Dubai, but I was pretty much unconscious the whole time. I don't remember anything from it. But this time it was not a red eye flight, which, by the way, I prefer. It was a flight departing at 10 a.m. Our time in New York City. So I couldn't sleep, right? I was not tired at all. So pretty much spent, those 14 hours just watching movies, series, chatting with Sven, and looking at maps and trying to kill time as much as possible. Anyway, we made it. It's around 1, 2 a.m. in the US, but it's, still afternoon here in Tokyo and it's beautiful. So I'm actually not feeling sleepy at all. So we're gonna just go out and explore. We just really have a few days here in town, so we got no time to waste. I wanna get out, I wanna go sightseeing, I wanna go explore this country and see what Tokyo has to offer. Are you guys ready? I can't wait to show all of it to you. Let's go. Good morning for Tokyo, guys. So I thought I was gonna wake up and it would be still dark, but look at this. It's 5:30 and pretty much sun has risen a long time ago, which is super unexpected. I thought it was gonna be around 5, 6 something, but lovely to wake up with this view. So I know that I promised showing a little bit of Tokyo last night, but you know what? Jet lag got the best out of me. And I was pretty much up for how many hours, babe? Total?
23 and a half.
23, yeah. Almost 24 hours, like up nonstop, because I really just napped for like an hour or 2 hours max on the plane. So here we are. We just woke up early, but you know what? I don't mind waking up early. That means we got plenty of time to enjoy the day. And I feel so much more rested and alive. I just couldn't vlog anything last night. We just went out, searched for food, and we just rushed back home, and like by 8 something p.m. we were in bed and like dead. So let's try to vlog today alive, fresh, and with a lot more energy in our bodies. So we went back to the hotel to change and grab a microphone, because how can you vlog in public without a microphone? The audio is super bad. But
I forgot that it's extremely hot here. As you can see, I'm sweating like a pig. It's super humid. We are on our way to Gold's Gym. It's supposedly a good gym for bodybuilders here in Tokyo,
Well, the Gold's
according to our
Gym
tour guide.
The Gold's Gym in Harajuku.
Correct. We'll see. We're expecting to see big guys, to see good equipment, to see a better vibe, but who knows? At this point, I'm just expecting that this train comes as soon as possible because I am sweating and I'm melting here. So there's a dilemma going on. We don't know how to pronounce anything here in Japan.
Of course we do. Harajuku.
I think it's Harajuku.
No, that's Portuguese. Harajuku.
I don't know.
Hirajuku.
Well, I learned that everything in Japanese, the last syllable is where the stress is. So please, you guys, whoever speaks Japanese, let me know what is the correct way to pronounce Harajuku or Harajuku.
Harajuku.
So one thing that really confuses Sven and I here in Japan is how they distribute stores in these buildings. So there's not a lot of space in Tokyo, right? So they have these like multi-story buildings. So this is the situation. 3F over there for Gold's Gym, and then 4F, right? But then B2 as well, F, which kind of stands for basement. So there is an entrance here, Gold's Gym, and then basement B1F. And we're like, okay, do we have to go down or do we have to come up to level 3 and level 4? I have no idea.
We got back from the gym real late, and jet lag is a bitch, so we are recording this in the morning. We want to tell you about our adventures at a Japanese gym.
Exactly. It was probably one of our craziest workouts, but not from a pump point of view. More like the amount of rules that we had to face at the gym.
So Japan is all about, I guess, conformity and following rules, or at least that's how it comes across to us. And that has some benefits too. Like, for example, there's a sign that says, do not sit on a machine using your phone. And so no one sits on the machine using their phone. They don't actually use their phones at the gym. And when they do, they get off in between every set, they get off from the machine. It's very nice. It says put back your weight, so they put back your weights.
That helps for sure. And then I kind of suspected that the Japanese would also have a very strict hygiene protocol. I mean, they already had the habits of wearing masks even before the pandemic in public. So it was no surprise for me to see people really, wiping down their machines before and after, like really thoroughly. Trust me, they went over every single inch of those machines when they were done with the equipment.
But there were some unwritten rules as well. We know that you're supposed to take off your shoes when you enter someone's home. I didn't know that you have to take off your shoes before you walk into the locker room of the gym. And so someone grabbed us quite literally as we were walking in,
Yelled at us,
and made us take off our shoes. And then you're supposed to put them in this little box inside your locker, and then take your clean gym shoes, carry them outside of the locker room, then like standing on one leg, put them on there, and then walk around.
Clean shoes that, by the way, we did not have with us.
Yeah, travel light. And then a complication is, of course, what if you're in the locker room and you want to go use the restroom? Well, if you walk into the bathroom, so there's a door for the bathroom, right there on the floor are rental flip-flops, shared flip-flops.
Shared.
So then you slide into these flip-flops, you go pee, you take 2 steps because it's tiny, and when you exit the restroom area, you take these flip flops back off. So those are continuously peed on flip flops that don't leave the toilet but are shared between people.
Exactly.
And there's only room in that bathroom for 3 men maximum, so there's 3 sets of flip flops.
Yeah, there were like 2 stalls and 1 urinal, right? So only 3 people can use that bathroom at the same time. And on top of that, there was also this incident where you were done with your workout, but you forgot your card membership inside of the locker room. So then, he basically had to take off his shoes, go back into the locker room to then rescue the keys, to then go back outside, to then put his shoes on, to then be able to leave the gym. And I was just like, I needed to pee really bad after my workout, and I was like, I'm not gonna do this here.
So, but then of course, if you're in the gym and you need to use the restroom, there's a solution for that as well. There's massive flip flops. I took a picture of it. That you slide your shoes into. And so those are in the hallway at the gym outside of the restroom. So you put your shoes in these giant flip flops, go pee, and then take them off again once you exit the bathroom. And again, those are shared by all the gym goers.
Yeah. It was interesting.
Yeah.
And then what happened with your protein shake? You wanted something custom, but then you...
Well, so I was getting shakes for both of us, and they make them there. And it's really just like protein powder and water or milk. Those are the options. But they have regular whey protein. They have another brand of whey protein. And then they have a weight gainer shake. And the weight gainer has very little protein. And he wanted a shake with high protein and high carbs. So I asked him, and you can do 1 scoop or 2 scoops. So I asked them, can you do 1 scoop of the whey and 1 scoop of the weight gainer? And they're like, oh no, we cannot mix them. Because what will happen if you mix 2 different...
The idea of customizing items is just not a thing in Japan.
That was funny.
In the US, you can do whatever you want and just remove and add items as you want. And they were very puzzled by Sven's request of mixing powders in the same shake.
And then I got in trouble one more time because there was a quite beautiful view out of a window, but it was in the women's training zone, and I got pulled out of there for looking out the window, even though there were no women in their training. So anyways, but it was a good gym. Gold. It was very, it was fetishizing Gold Venice. There were like palm trees, black and white pictures, Schwarzenegger, all that kind of stuff.
It was clearly inspired by Gold's Venice because you could actually see on the walls the painting and the stripes, the black and red and yellow stripes that the Gold's Venice has. So they clearly were trying to cater to that, hardcore, old school energy that Gold's Venice has. And we actually saw some big boys there too, which was quite nice. Japan is not really famous for its gym culture per se, so it was good to inspect and see what bodybuilders look like in Japan.
Good times.
Good times.
Is that our train coming? No. Okay. What is the temple that we're going to today?
Sensoji.
Sensoji. Okay.
It's the oldest shrine in Tokyo.
Okay.
1,500 years old.
Cool. Good morning again. We are headed to the temple. Sven is kind of going to be the guided tour today because I have no idea where we're going to. He's the one who does all the planning. I just follow. That's how trust works. And after that, we'll probably go to Shinjuku for some, shopping and exploration. So stay tuned. All right, so we made it to the oldest shopping street in Tokyo, is that right?
Yes, but sort of more importantly, the oldest religious shrine in Tokyo.
Right here.
This is just the entrance gate. The actual shrine is a little walk ahead. There's a 7 or so, 8 buildings that are all built in
Oh, sorry.
between 645 all the way up to now. A lot of them were destroyed in the Second World War. Sorry. And but rebuilt in their original state, like this beauty of a gate here behind us.
Cool. So let's explore all of this. I'm gonna show you a little bit of these souvenir shops. It's a very cute street, super narrow, and it feels very, very like the OG Tokyo back in the day. So Sven was explaining to me that when this, one of the reasons why this temple was founded was because of this depiction here, which is two fishermen when they found a statue in the ocean, and they thought that that was a sign for them to build a temple and build a structure for Buddhism. So now here by the entrance, we see a lot of these depictions and illustrations.
What's up, Hanan? You look sweaty.
God, I am drenched. It's so humid here in Tokyo. I was not expecting this at all.
How is your architectural tour of Tokyo's oldest shrine?
It's been great. I mean, it's very interesting to see how they either preserved or renovated all of these buildings because they don't actually look that old. We just went to a shrine that was built in the year 940 something, and it's just, I mean, it looks great. It looks so well preserved. Also, I was expecting a lot of just more plain monochromatic architecture, like lots of wood, but no paint or color whatsoever. And they're very colorful inside, red wood everywhere. So that was also a surprise factor. And now we're kind of exploring the area and trying to see these, mini temples. There are, a few mini temples back there that you can walk up and see what they're about. Here we got a statue of Buddha. Some offerings, flowers, incense. Everything is very pretty, very, very pretty, and it's just so traditional and peaceful. It's exactly what I had imagined of Japan. These little water features with carp fish too. It's super cute.
Do an architectural description of that thing behind you, the 5-story pagoda.
What would you like to know about it?
I know, tell me about it.
Well, I'm not an expert in Japanese architecture, but I'll try my best.
This thing is 1,100 years old.
Exactly.
Or at least the design, because I think some of it was rebuilt after the war.
It was 942, right? The year. Yeah. I just love the level of detail of that roof. There's just so many layers of woodwork and joinery, and it's very, very complex. You would never imagine that in the year 942, those people would be building roofs with so much detail, and it's just genius. Sven has been fascinated by the vending machines here in Tokyo. Has been trying to purchase a drink for 2 days now. Let's see if he's gonna succeed this time. What do you want? So they have all these paying systems here. Did you go through?
Yes.
Yay! This is a very special moment, guys. His very first drink in days in Japan of failed attempts. They have all these paying systems over here. But if you look closely, no Apple Pay. But this one apparently works. What did you get?
A nice coffee.
Oh, nice.
0 calories.
Are you feeling proud of yourself? Very much so. So besides struggling with vending machines, Sven also wanted to try a new snack. So there he is, in line. He said that he's really interested in this Asakusa Nakamise place, Jinkado. They sell some really cute desserts, so he's in line now to get something exotic and probably delicious. Look at the face of the excitement of the person. He's been so curious about this place. It's strawberry, custard, chocolate, green tea. They look delicious. I'm very curious about it. They look so cute. Like, I don't even want to eat them because it just looks so well done. What flavor are you getting?
Green tea.
Green tea? Yeah. Let's see if this is good. Mmm. Is that the green tea one?
Green tea one.
Very good. So very interesting, huh? You can't eat while you walk?
Yes.
I saw that sign. Wonder why. Of course, Sven is breaking the rule. It's amazing. Like if you tell Sven A, he's gonna do B. If you tell them C, he's gonna do D. So of course he's eating it while walking. I can't. So this is something that I love about Japan so far. Every single restroom has these toilet seat cleaners, super civilized. And then down here you have all these controls, which is super cool. So basically, you know, you can wash your boo-boo from the rear, from the front. There's some songs that they can play for you if you want some privacy. You can adjust the volume, the pressure of the water. These buttons here, I don't even know what they mean, but I'm sure they do something really cool too. But yeah, guys, going to the restroom in Tokyo is such an experience. You have to check it out. Plus, they're also very beautifully designed in terms of architecture as well.
What's your snack break looking like here?
Well, it's been quite a journey trying to find protein in Japan. I kind of realized that most of the protein shakes and protein bars here don't actually have that much protein after all. They're usually around 12 to 15. You'll find 20 grams, even more than that. But the problem is that most of them also have a lot of sugar. So it's going to be something like 20 grams of protein and then 12 grams of sugar. So you kind of have to keep that into consideration when getting these snacks. So based on that, we stopped at a 7-Eleven, and I was like, you know what? Let's just try to find sources of protein that are not like shakes or protein bars. Let's see if they have real meat and what kind of options are there. So we found some quite interesting snacks. This is a chicken tenderloin salami. Basically, it's dried chicken.
Squished chicken goo
Yes.
in a bar shape.
Come on, it looks cute. Yeah, it's chicken goo for sure, but it's cute. This one has, let's see, 12 grams of protein per pack. And what I actually liked about it is that it only has 0.6 grams, I mean less than a gram of carbs. So pretty safe. Sodium is also not really high, not even a gram of salt. Usually, normally when you find these like salted, processed, squished meats, they're usually really, really salty. Wait, there's also another flavor of this that we also found. This is, I don't even know how to translate this flavor, but it has basically seeds inside of it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but another squished piece of chicken. And really excited to try this one, salmon jerky.
Well, let's watch you try the chicken goo. The flavorless chicken goo.
The flavorless one.
Let's do it.
Okay. Ooh, it's slimy. God. Do I really have to do this? You know what? It's not bad. It actually really tastes like chicken, but it also smells like dog food that sells in cans, like a paste that you put on top of dog food to make it juicier so your dogs can eat it when you have a picky dog. So it smells exactly like that.
Yeah, I can smell it from here. Hold on, let's see what it is.
Yeah, the smell is really strong.
Goo.
Really strong.
All right, keep eating. Get your protein in.
The things we have to do to get some protein in. Come on, now it's your turn. You want a bite?
Very slimy.
Slimy? Yeah, I told you, it's very slimy. And it really smells like dog
It's
food.
actually pepper. These
Pepper?
seeds, yeah.
Ah, I see.
My name is Pokemon.